So my brows are already done, and my nails are not done for this tutorial because I just got done taking my acrylic ones off, and I know that my hands are ashy throughout this video because I just got done washing my beauty sponge and I used that Dr. Bronner soap and it leaves your hands ashy. And I'm just taking my Jaclyn Hill palette and taking this rounded BH Cosmetics brush, and I'm going to take this brown, like light brown color that you can't even see because my lighting is bad, so sorry. And I'm just going to put that all over my lid up until my brow bone, and I like doing this because it doubles as my brow bone color, so that's why I bring it all the way up that far. And now I'm taking this fluffy brush from BH Cosmetics and going back into my Jaclyn Hill palette into this like darker brown color, and I'm just going to throw that in my crease and blend it out. And now I'm taking this like rounded BH Cosmetics brush and going back into my Jaclyn Hill palette and picking up this like purple kind of burgundy-ish color, and I'm just going to focus that on the outer crease. Meant to say the outer V of my eye. So I'm focusing this on the outer crease and I'm just bringing it in slightly halfway. And I'm now going back with the first transition color I used, and just blending it all together so it looks seamless. And now I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty primer that you can't even see because of lighting, but that's okay. And I'm going to use 2 pumps of that. But before I do that, I'm going to wipe away any fallout that I might have had. And now I'm going to go with the primer and just blend it all over. And this primer, it feels like a moisturizer going on, and it feels really good and hydrating to the skin, so love that. And now I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color orange so I can do some color correcting because I have hyperpigmentation around my mouth area and dark spots. So I'm going to take care of that. And I'm using this Real Technique sponge to blend all of that out. And now I'm going in with the Fenty foundation brush, and then I'm going to go on with the Fenty Beauty foundation, and I'm showing you both of the bottles of the foundation and the primer because they both come in the same bottle. It's just one has a white top, one is a pink top. And now I'm going in with 2 pumps of foundation, loading up on my brush, and I'm going to begin to apply that and blend it out. And by the way, my foundation color is in the color 420. So now I'm going in with 2 more pumps of foundation because as you can see that was not even enough to cover half of my face. And I noticed with this foundation you do have to build it up a lot to get to full coverage, so that could be a con in the long run on just the price of the foundation and buying it. So that is something that I noticed. So that is one layer of foundation on, and as you can see, you can still see some of my dark spots and everything like that. So I'm going to go back in with 2 more pumps of foundation and try and get it as full coverage as I can get it before I get lazy and don't want to pump anymore and cover anymore. Now I'm going in with the Kilowatt highlighter in Moscow Mule and Ginger Binge, and I'm going to be using a combination of both of those to put as my lid color. But before I do that, I am going to deepen up the outer crease with that second color that I used, the purplish one, and then go back in and blend it out with the brown color just to make it a little more intense. And now I put on the lid color. And by the way, you guys might have seen this in the intro to my video and at the end. And I know that my eyelash glue did not dry all the way, and I didn't do a very good job of covering them up. And you know what? That's okay. I don't need anybody telling me about it. I'm just aware, like I know that it didn't dry all the way. So just mentioning that, and I'm very new at putting on false lashes, so don't judge me. Now I'm dusting off any fallout that I might have had, and by the way, I didn't use any Fix Plus to spray on my brush before applying the lid color. That's just the pigment that it gave off, and I'm actually loving it. Now I'm going in with, what is this, Suede, to do my concealer, and it looks like this. Now I would typically use a lighter color to conceal and highlight with, but this color is really good for every day, and I do really love it, and it feels very soft going on your eyes or underneath your eyes. It feels very soft, and I like it a lot. And by the way, this is my first time cream contouring ever. I never use cream products. I usually use powder. So if I'm doing something wrong or not the way you would do it, then sorry about that. And by the way, how cute is the packaging? It's a magnet. I love magnets. Now I'm going in with the color Espresso, and I'm going to begin contouring. And I'm just going to use the other side of that foundation brush that I didn't use, and I'm going to use that to blend out that espresso contour color. And my camera died. That was rude, and now I'm back. And by the way, I like this brush for blending out the contour, but then again I don't, because it's really long and it's kind of hard to maneuver around. So I feel like the shorter brush that she came out with for contour would have worked way better because it's easier to hold in the hand and stuff. But I do love this brush to apply the foundation. And now I'm going to go in with that suede color again in between the places that I contoured. And I'm going to take my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge and spray that with some Fix Plus because it got a little dry, and blend that out. And when you blend out your concealer, you want to make sure that it blends perfectly with your contour. So you want to make sure that they're married together and there are no harsh lines when you're blending out your concealer. And I'm thinking this looks really good for my first time cream contouring. Can I talk right today? And now I'm going in with my NARS translucent crystal powder to set all the places that I concealed and highlighted. And I want to make sure to blend out any creasing that has happened, because this concealer does crease very easily, and I have really bad like lines underneath my eyes, so I have to look up like that and set my concealer. So that's just the way it is, so don't mind that. And now I'm going over my Tarte contour palette. This is the one by Makeup Shayla, and I'm going to take this number 2 color over here and set all the places that I contoured at. And by the way, I'm sorry if I'm like taking deep breaths or whatever during this voiceover. I'm kind of nervous. It's my first video, first voiceover, so don't mind my nerves. And now I'm taking this other brush, I'm going in with this setting powder in the palette and setting the place in between that we highlighted between both of the contour colors. Good. And now I'm taking this e.l.f. powder brush and going over with my Makeup Forever Duo Matte Powder in the color 216. And I'm just going to take that and dust away that setting powder that we used to set that, because I don't want it to leave a white cast or nothing like that. And then I forgot to blend out that concealer on my chin, so that's how you know that I don't cream contour anything or whatever. So, and then I'm just blending that down my neck just to make sure that everything blends seamlessly as it possibly can. And now I'm going to finish up my brows and throw on some lashes and eyeliner, and I'll be right back. And the only thing that I did while I was gone is I put on some eyeliner and I put on some lashes and touched up my brows a little bit, and that was about all I did. And so now I wanted to come back to you guys in real time and go over these highlighters. I did, as you guys seen earlier, I used the Moscow Mule and Ginger Binge to do my eye look today. And so I'm going to use these two on one side of my face, and I'm going to use the Trophy Wife on the other side of my face so we can see both of them. And picked up that much product on the brush, and now I'm just going to go on this side. Very pretty, but you see like that streak right there, because when I just swiped it, so I use like this side of the brush to try and blend that out a little more. Going with a little more. Yes. That is so pretty. So now I'm going to go in with the second color, which is Ginger Binge, and we're gonna see what that does on this side of the face. Is it just me, or I feel like using this brush for highlighter, it takes off like a little bit of foundation and stuff? I don't think that's all highlighter. I mean, it could be. I don't know. So there's this side. It looks really pretty. I really like it a lot. I love this highlighter. Okay, now we're gonna go in with Trophy Wife, which is the most talked about highlighter of this year. I'm just gonna use the other side of the brush. And this is what Trophy Wife looks like. And I'm just gonna tap it, like literally just one tap, and that's how much comes up. And I'm gonna start applying. Oh, as you can see, this is very intense. Like, this is an intense ass highlighter, and it does have like a lot of glitter in it, which I'm really not a fan of, but it's not like chunky glitters. They're like finely pressed glitters, so that makes it a little better, but it is a very glittery highlighter. So now I'm just gonna do one more dunk in, or two more. Ooh. Oh my gosh, this is so intense. And it's like it's really yellow, which I like more like champagne or rose gold highlighters like this one. But this one's really yellow toned. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I like it. It's just not typically a highlighter shade that I would normally put on my face. But I'm gonna try to shear this out as much as possible. I really like it. I think it would go really well with like a brown smoky eye, or like copper tones. I think that would go, it would go with that kind of look more, but obviously this goes right with the eye look that I did today. Hey everybody, so as you guys seen, I just got done putting on the lip gloss and everything, and so now I'm done with my look, and now it's time to get into what I think about these products. So the first thing that we're going to start off with is the Fenty Beauty primer. Since this isn't the first impressions and I've already worn this for a couple of hours a few days ago, I feel like I can give you guys a good review, especially on this, to let you know how it held up. So I really love this primer. I think that it's so bomb, and I love the packaging. I love the fact that it has a pump, and I love the glass, the frosted glass. I think it looks really expensive and luxurious, so I really like that. But as for the wear of the primer, I really like it because it feels like a moisturizer when you put it on. So, and then it dries down to like a matte finish, but it doesn't leave your skin feeling tight or anything. Like, your skin can still breathe and it can move, and it also feels very hydrating. So I really like this, and it works amazing with the foundation. So I would say if you're gonna get the foundation, then you should definitely get this primer, because she made her products to work well together, obviously. So if you're gonna get the foundation, I would get the primer. This is now it. As for the foundation, I love this foundation. Like, this foundation is bomb. Like, it is bomb.com, I'm telling y'all right now, because I feel like the color matches me perfectly, and that's really saying something, because, you know, it's hard for women of color or men of color to find a foundation shade that really truly matches their color and their undertone. So I feel like she hit the nail right on the head with this foundation, and the fact that there's 40 shades to choose from, so everybody can find their shade, from the fairest of the fair to the darkest of the dark. She did her shit with that, okay? She really did. So I don't know if I mentioned my color that I got in the foundation, but my foundation color is 420, and I think it matches really, really well. And I think the other thing is that I think there's 10 shades fair, 10 shades medium, 10 shades tan, and 10 shades dark. So the fact that she gave women and men of color 10 shades to choose from for foundation is insane, because usually companies like, okay, let's do like drugstore companies like Maybelline or, you know, stuff like that, they only have maybe 5 or 4 darker shades, and they just expect all of those shades to match us, but that's not the case. So I love that she came out with 10 shades dark, and that's a huge span of us to choose from. And tan foundation brush. Now, I love this brush for the foundation. I feel like it lays on a pretty good coverage. Like, it makes the foundation more full coverage, and I love full coverage, like beat. But I do also like the fact of the foundation that if you just want a light, you know, a sheer coat, then you can get that, and you can also build it up to make it full coverage. And with this brush, it's really easy to do that. So I love this brush. I'll definitely be using this a lot. The Matchstick Trio. Now, I got the Matchstick Trio because it's cheaper than just buying them one at a time, like separately. Because if you buy one of these, it's $25. But if you get the trio, then you spend, I think this trio was $54. So you're actually saving a little bit of money by getting the trio instead of just buying them individually. So I think that's great that she has that option. And the packaging, can we talk about the packaging? Like, they're magnets, and all the matchsticks magnets, so you can just keep them all together like this. This is amazing for travel too, so I love that. But okay, so the matchstick trio I got was, I don't know where the box is, 400 deep. And so I think how this works is that if you are color 400 and 490 in foundation, then you would get the 400 match trio box. And if you were anywhere from 300 to 390, you would get 300 tan, or 200 to 2 blah blah blah, you would get medium, and that's how it goes. So I really like that process of it, how she like organized that. That was really cool. But as for the matchsticks, I really love the matchsticks, obviously. Like, I probably will go back and get a different concealer shade, because I feel like this is, it's not as light as I would like my concealers. Like, I like a lighter shade than this for my concealer so I can highlight and stuff. But this is a really good shade to just like, you know, put on, and you don't want that much and just go. But, and I do like my concealers to have a little more coverage to them. So, but as for like the formula of these, I really like, because they're really soft when you put them on under your eye and everything, like, and you don't need that much either. And this much product, that's how much product is in there, and I don't feel like when I put it on that I used that much product at all, so that's good. And yeah, I really like these matchsticks. I'm definitely gonna go and get some more, And I really want to try the shade Unicorn, and there's another like purpley shade she has. I don't remember the name of it, but I really want to try those two and use them as like eyeshadows to do like that like wet looking lid. Like I think that would be really pretty. So I'm definitely gonna go back and get more of these. I'm gonna talk about Trophy Wife. So here's how I feel about Trophy Wife. Trophy Wife is a beautiful highlighter, okay? Like, oh, my mirror just, the light just came on, sorry. But I feel like Trophy Wife is a beautiful gold, yellow, that kind of has some flecks of green, a little bit I see green, a little bit, I don't know. I think it's a beautiful highlighter, and as for people saying that, oh, I can't wear that because it's not for my skin tone, I think that anybody can wear this highlighter because I've seen this highlighter on the fairest of fair skin people, and I think it looks beautiful on them. I think it looks really like how they put it on. It looks really editorial, and I feel like that was the purpose of this highlighter, to be like an editorial look. How Rihanna had it on at her launch show, how she had it in that C shape and everything, and how glittery it is. Like, I think it's just a really editorial looking highlighter. But as you can see, you can really sheer it out. So it is workable. You just have to use tiny bits at a time and sheer it out, and then you can wear it as every day. I would wear this every day. So that's how I feel about that. Moscow Mule and Ginger Binge. I feel like this was the most appealing kilowatt duo that I've seen because I love these rose gold shades. I think they're so beautiful. I would wear this every day. And as you can see, they work really well as eyeshadows too. So I love this. This is my favorite. I would have to say my top two things of this whole collection would probably have to be this highlighter and the foundation. Well, I can't even do that because I love the primer. Okay, we're not even gonna do a top whatever. Honestly, everything that I got from this collection, I'm very pleased with, and I think everything worked amazing. But I love this highlighter. This is your go-to everyday highlight, most definitely. If you don't have this highlighter, you need this. I'm telling you that you need this in your life. Bomb Gloss Bomb. I think it's really beautiful. It's like, first of all, it smells amazing. So everybody's right about that. Because all the reviews that I watch, it's the first thing they say is that it smells so good, and it really does. It smells like, it just smells sweet. It smells like candy. It smells like those, what are they called? Those lip smackers that we used to put on when we were kids. That's what this smells like, but like 10 times better, if that's possible. But it smells amazing. And I love the big doe foot applicator. I love that. And I just love the packaging of all her stuff. I was in this like octagon shape. I think it's octagon. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I love her packaging and stuff. But the Gloss Bomb, I feel like it's really pretty. As you can see, it's super glossy, like really glossy. But I would never wear this by itself ever. Like, I would always pair it with some type of lip liner, and I feel like it looks bomb like that. So I love this gloss. And it has a little bit, it has like a little color to it, but not really. Like, it's more of like a peachy kind of rose tone to it, but it's mostly sheer. Like, it's very sheer. Okay, I'll put it on the back of my hand so you guys can see. See, it's like really, it's a sheer color. It has a really sheer color to it. But it's really pretty. And I love how glossy it is. It just looks, it makes your lips just look wet and juicy and luscious. So, love that. And as for this highlighter brush, I do really like it, just for the simple fact of it's nothing, it's like No brush I've ever seen before looks like this, the shape of it and everything, so I love it. And I do love the soft pink in the packaging. Well, not the packaging, but the soft pink color of it and how it's designed. I like it, but I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna be riding with my Anastasia A23 brush just because it's like way more fluffier, I feel like, than this one, and you can really blend the highlighter out because nobody wants a harsh ass highlighter. So that's how I feel about that. But if you wanted to put on like the highlighter and do that whole editorial look, like how Rihanna had it on, and just, you know, put it everywhere, then this is good for that. But it's not very good for me as far as blending out the highlighter to make it look like you have a natural glow. Well, you guys, that's it for my Fenty Beauty review. I want to thank everybody for watching this video, and if you have any requests on any looks that you want me to do in the future, then just leave them down in the comments and I will definitely do that for you guys. But all in all, I love this collection. I'm really excited to see what else Rihanna has in store for her collection, what else she's gonna come out with. So I love everything that I got and I have no regrets. So I hope this helped somebody out there, even though you've already probably seen 1,000 reviews on this and I'm like the last person in the world to get it up. But I hope this helped my friends out so you guys can see how the products work and if they're worth buying to you. I think that they're worth it. So thank you guys for watching and I'll see you in my next video.